So how's everybody's day doing today?
He's going
Good.
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 Good. What you guys do anything crazy today or what?
I just streamed and I'm just
I
gonna hang out.
Played some more Forza.
I still have yet to boot up Forza.
I played Forza for a good like maybe hour, 30 minutes, doing like speed traps, the speed jumps, all that stuff. I actually had a really good time. It's actually a very, very beautiful game.
I'm just gonna boot up
I
the game
just
and do
finished
the
all
fucking,
those.
I'm just gonna do the XP glitch where you just leave it running and go to work or whatever.
Dude,
Just come back to the max level thing.
People were literally just sitting there and just doing like 50 laps and leaving it on auto drive. I didn't even know that was a thing.
I tried to do it twice. Both times after lap 11, it said low CPU and bandwidth. I'm like, what?
What is that?
3090, by the way.
Wow. Well, did you know that game is like I think Xbox came out and said like that was like the best launch of a game in like years, like 4.5 million, or I think it was million players.
Yeah, it was one of their better launches. It was pretty.
Yeah, like I don't know, like 4.5 million, and like it's been maybe 5 days, I guess a week now, right? It's been a week. That's kind of nice, dude. But like my question was for that, do you think Halo will overtop that, or do you think just Forza is just on a different level when it comes to games?
Don't know. Depends on when Halo releases.
It's not getting pushed back, is it?
No, but we can talk about that on the cast. We'll get to that.
We're recording.
Oh shit, didn't know that. Thanks for the clearance.
No, I told y'all. Do you? All right. So like I tell everybody that's on that I usually just start recording just a little bit before the pod, and then like it's like a nice little intro into it before we get into the intro. Like, surprise, look, you guys are like, look, it shows how tight we are. We're like tight. We can have like normal conversations, right?
Dude, really out here punking us like this.
Punking? Like what? I'm sitting here like trying to get everybody's like thing on Forza. Like, how y'all feel about Forza? Yeah. I know y'all got more to say about Forza.
I love it.
I really don't.
It's I would say probably because I'm the one that spent the most time playing it here. I like it. It's a lot more freedom, I'd say, over the past 4 games.
How big is it compared to the previous one? Because the map looks pretty fucking massive.
It's 1.5 times bigger than Forza 4.
Oh,
shit. Horizon 4.
Yeah, the map looked pretty nutty when I saw like the full thing of it, and it's like, oh, okay.
And we're not even talking about like DLC that's going to be added to the future and all that stuff too. Yeah. That's still more to come.
Yeah, so they usually do 2 DLCs. I'm just going off of past knowledge. They do like a real one, which is usually like an island that's more of a mix of like off-road stuff, and then they just do like a funny one. So
like how they've done like the Legos in the past, like the Lego one.
Yeah. Horizon 4 was Lego and Storm Island, and then 3 was Treasure Island and Hot Wheels. So there was just Hot Wheel track all over the place. You hit the boost, you could do loops and stuff. You'd make these ridiculous jumps.
I still want to play that Hot Wheels game. New one that just came out looks sick. Hi, dog behind Nick.
Oh, is Pretty behind me? Pretty. Oh, she actually laid down. Oh my god, she never lays down up here. It's a rare Cali sighting. To touch up on Forza 4, like since we are talking about like the DLC and stuff, I thought the Lego DLC was actually super cool. Like just going into like Lego World, and you would hit the trees, and they kind of crumble, and the fences would crumble, and it just looked it was just a fun little twist on things. Then the island one was cool, like driving through water and shit. Like I like that too. Like I don't know, I always like the DLCs for Forza and stuff, and like there's always something to do in that game. Like I don't think you could ever be bored playing that game.
Do they have Toyotas in that game, Sparks, specifically like Supers and stuff? Wow, that's crazy. Toyota's usually really
no, this is the first year they added the Supra.
Yeah, no, Toyota's been very like, no, we're not adding a Supra. Like Need for Speeds don't get them, Forzas don't get them. But then I saw like a TikTok, like there's like a trend going where people are posting like screenshots in like photo mode, which looked awesome.
Oh yeah,
And I saw like one, it was like a Supra, and I was like, wait, and I was like, Toyota has a Supra in this game? Like that never happens in like any racing game. So I was like, oh shit. That's how you know Forza's doing good.
Yeah, like I know people who don't even like never really played Forza. Like, okay, so the first Forza game I actually ever played, I'm pretty sure it was like Forza 2 or 3, but it was like Formula 1. It was like the
motorsport one, like the realism.
And it was like not really fun. Like I never really liked it like that. And then like the new Formula where they came out with the open world, and it's a lot more like Jeeps and Lambos, and like it just like it gave you more
arcadey feels like.
Yeah, and just like being able to do more, like have your dream Jeep that you wanted to drive, or just like a decked out ass Lambo with an anime girl on the side. Like that's the shit we want. We want that. Like one of my favorite driving games I played in my lifespan was Midnight Club 3. Like it was just fun, just being able to race, drive around, do bullshit, street races, and upgrade your car, tint your windows, neons. Lil Wayne, DJ, because that's my DJ. That shit playing in the back. Oh my god, fun times.
Speed Underground person. That was my series.
I couldn't get into that racing game.
Underground was pretty good.
Underground fucking bang. That is like nostalgia at its prime. I'm still holding out for a remaster of that game.
I think they got a Fast and Furious game out. I don't know.
I bet that's good. Can you go to space in it? That'd be sick.
Space?
Isn't that what they did in the newest movie? Didn't they like go to space?
They went to space in Fast and Furious?
Like in 9, didn't they? Didn't like they send like a car into like
what?
Didn't they send like a car into like the atmosphere or something? I didn't watch it, but I saw everyone was like they fucking sent a car into space. Like, what is Fast and the Furious doing? And it's like, okay. And they want to make a new one, and it's like, what can you do? Because I know they want to make a 10th one. And it's like, what can you do to
go into Mars?
Yeah, what can you do to outdo space other than like go to a planet or like time travel? Like, hey, this car goes so fast, you like break the space-time continuum.
You might be able to go like underground.
Jesus.
That'd be the next step,
We're
right?
Going to the Earth core.
I know they've done like underwater, I think. So it's like, yeah, I guess, yeah, they have a car that can like drill through the Earth.
Or like
they're in like Europe or whatever, and they're like, oh, we got to get to like America. There's a heist, and they just drill under the ocean, like across the planet or something.
I don't know. I wonder when it's gonna be time for Fast and Furious just to hang it up. Like I don't know. Like you said, like they've done so much already. Like when you got through like the first 2 or 3, like I think maybe to like 5 or 6, they were like, yeah, this is cool. Like the story's actually making sense. And then you get to like 8 or 9, and like you said, it's like, what's all going on now? Like what is the?
I think Vin Diesel said he wants to make 10. Like I think that's like at 10 they're gonna call it quits. But I saw an article. I guess like him and The Rock are like they are having like a feud or whatever, and Vin Diesel's like, hey, like can we squash this so we can make the 10th movie? And it's like, whatever, man. You know, family, all that good stuff.
It's all about family.
Bro, those family memes like a year ago were so funny.
Mm-hmm. Now it just feels like they're kind of just overdid. I don't know. Like sometimes they can be super funny, and then people try to do them on TikTok, and it's like, all right, we get it. It's about family.
I'm just focusing on the dog in the background. Just
I know. I don't know what she. Lay down, girl. You're fine. There you go. Why are you not comfy? Ugh.
Bro, it ain't the Tana's eye view. It's like Callie's eye view.
I'm trying to get her. She could take over. She could take over the pod.
Oh yeah.
But guys, with that being said, that was a nice little talk that we had, but now time for the introduction. Welcome to the Tana's Eye View podcast. This is episode 10. We're finally in double digits for the episodes, man. I want to thank you guys all for being here. A few things I want to say before we get into me and my socials and stuff like that. I want to say thank you guys for 400 all-time downloads for the pod. It's a really big thing for me with only having 9 episodes, and it seems like every time I put one out, it gets more good feedback and a lot of positive vibes and just getting better and better. I really do appreciate it. So again, thank you so much. If you guys ever want to be a part of the podcast and be featured with questions or anything else, please make sure you guys hit me up on Twitter at YouLoveNicktana. Pretty much all my socials are there. That's pretty much all I wanted to say for me, but I got 2 really, really great guests on the show today. I got my boy LolKStew and my boy Sparkk. at Sparkk with 2Ks.
Ayo.
2Ks. These guys have been my friends for the past, I would say, year. And these guys have helped me. I would say, like, they really showed me how to professionalize the way my stream looks, and like they with audio quality, visual quality. Like, these guys really pushed me to like improve my stuff. So I don't know if I ever told y'all that, but like, thank you for that. But without me sucking y'all off, let me get into y'all's intro. Stu, tell the people where to find tell the people where to find you, and a little bit about yourself, man.
I mean, all my socials and everything, it's just at LolKStew, Twitter, TikTok, cover, YouTube, Instagram, which I don't ever use. I lurk on it, but I haven't posted in like a year and a half. But I've been streaming, for like 7 years on and off. Pretty much just play a lot of like FPS games, get really angry at them, and yeah, it's just I pretty much like anything, everything gaming related. So that's why it's cool to be on like a podcast just to talk about stuff like that. And it's like, whether it's like playing games, following stuff, what's happening, it's like the whole industry as a whole is like what really like gets me hyped. So it's been like something I've been passionate about since literally I was 4. That's when I started playing games, and yep, now we here.
Yeah.
The future.
That's why like it's really cool having you two on the podcast as well. What I've been really getting to a lot lately too is like I love talking about games in general when they come out. Just anything gaming, bro. Not just like the top games, like I mean like Apex, like Call of Duty. Like I like talking about more games, like games that are coming out, how we feel about them, pre-releases, trailers we see, like pretty much the whole 9 of it. And I know you guys love to play your games and stuff like that. So, and then again, like I said, I got my boy Sparkk here with me. 2Ks, by the way. Sparkk, go ahead and introduce yourself, tell the people where to find you, and a little bit about yourself.
My name is Sparkk. You can find me mostly on Twitch. Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube as Sparkk with 2Ks. Instagram and TikTok are the real Sparkk.
With 2Ks,
usually play what I both with 2Ks. Variety streamer, play what I like. Dabbled in pretty much all genres, either being FPS, rhythm games, driving games, whatever.
That's right. You're a resident music boy.
Yeah, he started off playing Clone Hero.
Now with Twitch DMC, you can't play it anymore.
I mean,
gotta just work a way around it.
Like, there's got to be some few. Like, I don't know. Like, they should like Clone Hero should just put out like a streamer mode. Like every game nowadays, like if you go into the settings, you can enable a streamer mode. That would be
what would Clone Hero streamer mode be though? Because it's all licensed music, so it's like would Sparkk be hearing like a Metallica song, and then Stream would just be hearing like Harris Heller stream beats?
No, you should just be able to like play Harris Heller stream beats with the guitar. Like it just hit the
Bro,
notes.
imagine.
get Harris Heller the check. What do you mean? Like that's easy money. So I'll make sure I have their links in the description for you guys. So you guys make sure you guys go check them out. Make sure you follow them on all their socials. Like I said, these guys influenced me a lot when it comes to visuals and audios and stuff like that. So very, very, very informational guys on that. One thing I like to ask people before we get started with anything, I want to hear a little story from both of you guys, starting with Stu. What was the reason that made you start streaming, man? Like, how did you guys start streaming or content creating? Did you guys just like knew you guys had a vision for that? Did you guys just like a certain content creator and was like, yo, this is what I got to do? Or like, how did it all start?
I just one day, like when I got a PC, I was like, oh, hey, look, this has the hardware and like capability to stream. So I was like, might as well. I mostly just did it so like if friends wanted to watch or whatever, like friends or coworkers, they would. That's why because I said I've been streaming since like 2012, 2013. And it's like I wasn't in it to be like, oh, I'm going to be like a streamer. I didn't have a schedule. I streamed when I wanted, what I wanted, didn't care who watched. I was just like, hey, if one of my friends wants to stop by, cool. And then it's like, it also is just a way. It's like, if people do want to stop by, just hang out and talk. That's the thing, because it's like I usually solo queue a lot of games that I play, so it's like if I'm playing games and solo queuing, I'm just gonna boot up the stream. If people want to come in and talk, cool deal. Like we'll sit down, shoot the shit, talk some shit. I'll ban you if you do it, and then yeah. I don't know. People do that on Halo. I got my Twitch in Halo, and I'll talk shit on people, and then when they come in my chat and talk shit, I'm like, damn, that ban button looks sick.
I feel like that's just the typical stream thing to do, man. You just sit there and you dog someone, and if you're dogging someone that bad, they're gonna look you up. Like I've physically seen streamers that I'll watch, and they'll be like, "Oh, who's this guy? Let me look him up on Twitch." And it's like, all right, bro, you're just giving them you ain't even live. Like, all right, well, you just gave him the benefit of the doubt. Like you checking them out now, like to what? Go talk shit. Like I've seen like even like when you watch snipers in COD, like they'll like sit there and snipe and whatever else, and then somebody will join and be like, "Hey, I was in your game," and it's like, okay, like it just
happens to me on Halo sometimes. Sometimes people will be like, "Hey, thanks for the carrier." Then sometimes someone's like, "Fuck you," and it's like, okay, it's like hit that tier 3 or get out. Pick your poison, which one you want.
Right, talking shit to me, but not even subbed.
See that's the great thing is it's like, yeah, it's like I know like people can be like, oh, toxic streamer mentality. It's like I'm not in this to make it like a career. It's like I said, I run my stream, I have my own schedule, I play my own games, I run my stream my own way. So it's like, yeah, in theory, I'm not a good streamer in terms of like, oh hey, like I have good content and I want to promote a good community and a good like stream to essentially watch. It's like, no, this is me. It's like if I'm toxic, like that's what you get in my stream. It's like what you see in game and like my personality, it's the same on stream.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not like, oh hey, thanks for stopping by, how are you doing? It's like someone comes in like, get the fuck out, man.
Like you're very like you're very just like you're yourself, bro. Like I mean, the best word to put it is you're real about it. I mean, like when you get to that point and you're just like, you're not really trying to sit there and like you're not looking up how to get views or like really like looking into the depths of it, man. You're gonna go live and you want to entertain the people that come through to you and support you and really care about you, and that's a W way to think about it. Honestly, I fuck with that mentality. So
yep. Like I said,
100%.
I have a full-time job, kid, wife. I'm just like, realistically, if I was earlier in my life, I would probably try to apply myself more to where it's like, all right, like I've got the time and resources, let's do something. But it's like, dog, I'm 29. I got other stuff to do. It's like the stream.
Boomer.
Yeah, a successful a Twitch check mark next to my name is like way at the bottom of my priority list.
Fair to say. I get
like
you
not
on
to
that.
say it wouldn't be cool, but I'm not going to strive for it. Like I hit the go live button, and that's about where my effort stops.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, like you are a fairly really good Halo player. Like, let me suck you some more, pause. But like, I'm just saying, like you are a really really good Halo player. So if it was ever to be anything like that, like I feel like you could get big just from that. Just like if people come by and just come check you out because you're a really good Halo player. I mean, that is a W in my book too. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just respect given. Like people come to watch you to play Halo. Like you've been playing Halo for
Since it came out.
like a long time ago. I said 5 years. I really lowballed that one. Like what, 10 years now?
Yeah, I've been playing since the game came out, which Halo's celebrating its 20-year anniversary. So
They are.
I've been playing since 2001. So yeah, yeah. The amount of hours the amount of hours I have on MCC is probably absurd. I'm glad that the leaderboard for it is glitched and doesn't show me my true numbers because I would just be upset.
Hours played, and you're just looking at it like, damn.
Well, it's only been out on Steam for like a year, and I'm already at 700 hours.
Days.
It's only been out on Steam for a year.
I don't know when it came out. I think the flighting started last year, and it's like I'm pushing 800 hours on Steam, and that's not to count the like 4 years it was out on Xbox. So yeah, like I said, the numbers aren't going to be pretty. So I'm glad my leaderboard is glitched. It's glitched at like 1,800 hours, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just say that.
Yeah, that sounds like a good amount. 1,800 hours. That's it.
Yeah, it's been like that for like 3 years. So I'm like, oof.
What about you, Sparkk? What made you start content creating, streaming? Is it just like a certain person, or did you just like, is it something you wanted to do as a kid? Like, go ahead and elaborate for the people.
I think it was more of that. I was just watching YouTube when I was younger. You know, chilling with my friends, and you know, a couple of them like I think it was back in the MW3 days. They're like, yeah, we record our stuff for our clan and stuff and put it on YouTube. And I was like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah, we get like a couple hundred views. I'm like, oh, sweet. So I think it's like that just made the snowball effect into wanting to post stuff. I know I posted, I think one of my earliest videos is like some old Minecraft stuff.
Oh, word?
It's like, there wasn't like a lot of games that I owned.
Mm-hmm.
When I actually got a computer that could record and play the game at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely know once I saw Twitch, like almost not even a year later after I made the switch from Justin TV, I was like, this could be something I'm into. Then again, I was also like super early into like,
Was
internet stuff.
Was Justin TV, was it its own separate platform? I thought Justin TV became Twitch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It made the switch over to it.
Oh, I thought you made the switch. Like you went from Justin to Twitch. I was like, wait, didn't Justin become Twitch? Okay.
Yeah, it's like I heard of Twitch, and then people was like, yeah, the change from Justin TV has been going well. I'm like, oh, okay. Because I remember watching people, and I mean by like YouTube, I meant like a Gaxi Mexican,
The throwback.
just one of the huge people I know who have like one of the high numbers, like 12 years streaming on that platform, both when it was Justin TV and Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, wow, it's been around for a while, and you can really see like the ups and downs, of people's I wouldn't even say like effective negatively, just like, where they start off small, like 100 viewers on Justin TV. Now they're up to like, 4,000 to 5,000 people now watching, because it's been such a bigger influence on, I would say, the gaming community now.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hey, live stream, and then just post the highlights to YouTube now.
Mm-hmm.
Dog,
Yeah.
YouTube content creation sucks. I hate it. I'm sitting on so many files that I'm just like, I've got so much stuff to make a highlight video, and I'm like, oh man, I hate editing.
It's just like, but like you said though, like when it comes to like how much time you work and stuff like that, like trust me, I work 60 hours a week. So when it comes to like trying to throw something together, bro, I have to be in the mood. Because it's like, if you really trying to force yourself to do this and like you're not in the mood for it, you kind of just like burning yourself out. Like you're making it worse for yourself, bro. Like have fun with it. Like if you want to throw together a video, man, like do it when you're in a good mood. Do it when like you're just like positive about it,
I boot my streams when I'm angry.
Yeah, like fuck, I'm so mad. I'm gonna get first person that comes in my chat's getting an F-bomb. Like,
No, like I tried for a while to do like the the typical like COD cut com daily uploads and stuff, and it's like, dude, that shit was exhausting. With like just literally the only thing I'm doing is just cutting it and publishing it, and not to mention like doing everything else. Like, dude, that was exhausting, and I'm like, fuck. And that was kind of why I was like, streaming sounds better, because it's like essentially it's the same thing as doing cut comms without recording, editing, publishing. It's like, no, I'm just gonna do it live. Fuck it, we're doing it live.
right. That's the thing too, is like when I did long ago when I was a Madden content creator.
Whatever happened to you and playing Madden? I haven't seen you play Madden on stream in a minute. Did I miss something?
I'm gonna publicly say that I miss playing Madden. I miss it. Like I don't know what it is. It's like it's like that. It's like that toxic ex-girlfriend that you just want to go back to, but it's just like it's so weird because it's like you hate the game but you love it, and it's just like
I can relate to that so well.
It's a game to where I felt like, in my point, like I was spending a lot of money in my eye view. Yeah, y'all are catching on. I like it. But like when you play that game, and it might be different for everybody's feels. Like I felt like I was spending a lot of money in the game to get some. Yeah, like I paid $100. I mean, the Ultimate Team would be different. I really did enjoy the Ultimate Team, but then buying packs and then like getting the players I want, like I would spend like a lot of money and then like feel like I'm playing against like the same people who just cheese the game. And then like, I don't know, like when you do the same thing over and over again, it could just get a little burned out. But like, I don't know, like I still miss it. I still like the community for the most part. it's just like I needed a break. But like that's one of those games to where like it's tough because it's a game where you need to pay to win. I guess I'll say it. Yeah, pay to win. You got to have good cards. If you don't have good cards, you're not going to be able to stick with everybody. And that's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? Its stats are a big deal.
Good old EA.
If it's not like I could boot up Call of Duty and then I could be able to compete if I don't have like gun attachments or something, or if I'm a lower level, like
Call of Duty.
I could fight back. Yeah. Vanguards. Where's my blanket? But like, yeah, it's just like it's one of those games to where like cards really matter. And if you're not playing all the time and you're not competing and you're not getting your coins up, then it's like you're spending money to get these cards, and it's just like it just got fed up with it. But I miss it. It's just like I don't know. Like I'm enjoying being able to like
come play Halo.
Come be a variety streamer though, because now I'm dabbling in playing Psychonauts, and Psychonauts is a really good game that I feel like gets overlooked, or like the Resident Evil games, like stuff that I felt like I couldn't do when I was playing that game because I felt like I needed to play it all the time. Like now being able to like play Apex or play COD, like I'm not worried about like, oh, I have to sit here and play to be able to compete with everybody, because if I don't keep playing and I don't have the cards, then I'm gonna fall behind. But it's like now if I could play COD for an hour, be like, yo, I want to get off because I'm not in the mood to play it. I'm play Psychonauts, or I'm gonna play Lost in Random. Like it's been like just good for my mind, I guess. But like I still miss the game. Just like I felt like if I had more time, it'd be cool too.
Variety's the way to go. These people who become like they're like, I'm this game streamer, and then it's like you can just see that they hate going live, and it's like, dog, play what you want.
Yeah,
like, I get at that point for that people, it's like that's their job and it's actively affecting their income and livelihood. But it's like, dog, like it's really like whenever you just see someone playing something they don't like, it's like, damn, this is a buzzkill. That's why it's like if I'm playing Halo and I'm getting pissed off, I either just get off stream or I switch games. I'm like, nope.
So there is your pluses and your negatives to it, because it's like, oh, you could sit here and play this game all the time, and people that love that game are just gonna like come through because they know you're gonna play that game. But then it's like you said, it can fuck up your mental. Like let's say I played Madden that week for 8 hours already. There was one day I remember particularly. I played a Friday morning because I really wanted this 99 overall card, and like I couldn't get it because I couldn't win any games because it was like squad mode, so I had to play with someone, and it took forever to get, and I ended up playing till like I got off of work at 6 a.m. I hopped on stream at 8. I played till noon, and then like literally got 4 hours of sleep, got back on the stream at night, played 3 games. I had a mental breakdown and fucking got off because I was like, dude, like I've been playing so much Madden this week to where I had to get on again. I was like, dude, I just don't want to play. I don't want to do this. But it was like that thing to where like I had a little Madden community that always knew that they were going to stop by because I was playing that game too. So like
that was like me back when I hit my affiliate. I was a Need for Speed payback streamer, and yeah, I would have all the regulars who would want to see Need for Speed come through, and then like once I started switching back to like other games, it's like those people didn't. Some of them would swing by, but it was like, yeah, it was like people were definitely there for more the game than the person, which that's fine. I don't care. I'm not like, fuck you guys. It's just, yeah, it seems like, yeah, people are there, like you said. If you're playing Madden, they're there for the Madden.
Yeah, but like it took me a little bit to open up and just be like, I'll real sit down and talk to like a lot of people like one day, and they're like, we don't really like this game that much. He's like, we're just here for you. And like sometimes it like when someone says that, it really like I didn't really like believe that until I started playing other shit, and then like people were like, yo, I'm having a good time, and people were showing up a lot more and saying like, oh, like I can tell you're a little bit happier playing this, and I was like, yeah. But it takes that little bit of leap of faith, you know.
It's definitely waiting to get to those type of people where they're here for you, not just the game. They're like, you know, they want to hang out with you no matter what you're playing, just to see what happens or like what funny moments will, you know, if you rage at something or whatnot.
That's why I like playing more like not off the wall games, but like because it's like I'm primarily a Halo streamer, but it's like that's why I really like whenever I play Hunt. Like I like streaming Hunt because it's like one, the people who are gonna swing by are there more for me, and two, it's like I kind of like showing off like other games that people don't normally see. It's like, yeah, I'm like a Halo streamer. Not a lot of people who play Halo play Hunt, so I'm like, hey, look at this badass game. It's fun. And the same thing with like when I play that board game with my friend on Fridays. It's like, granted, I know only a few people are going to swing by, but it's like, hey, this board game is fun as fuck. Let me show you why.
Yeah. I listened to
baby.
the Gamer Tag Radio podcast, and I remember one episode specifically. He said, I can be doing all this stuff. I can be like talking about Xbox news and everything that's coming out. He's like, I'm kind of over that. He's like, he truly believes that like, do what you love, and then people will adapt to that, and people will like buy into what you're selling, essentially. And like that's totally after I heard that, bro, my mindset said, dude, that's like the truest shit ever, bro. Like, I don't know like why not many people think about that way. Like, if you do and like you're passionate about something, and like you could literally sit there and like show that you're happy and truly love doing what you're doing, people will buy into that like 100% of the time. I forgot how did we why did I bring that up again? We were talking about Madden.
Remember.
What were we talking about before Madden? I totally forgot.
Sparkk, you got the big brain. What were we talking about?
Before Madden?
Yeah. Me and Tana are dumb. You're a bastion of like brains.
I'm remembering.
What happened? How did that even get brought up?
It was like Justin TV. I remember that.
Oh, because Stu asked because you were talking about how you were playing different games and how you missed Madden, and then Stu's like, yeah, whatever happened to that?
It was about editing. Because I was doing Madden videos, and I had to like chop a lot of stuff and edit a lot of stuff, and like I would like I would record these videos, and then I would spend like an hour. Woo! I would spend like a half hour, an hour chopping these up and rendering them and just to post them and stuff. And it is draining too. Like, I mean, like they are fun to do sometimes, but like just doing them all the damn time is just, I get you, bro. Like it is a lot easier just to go live, but I mean, I feel you.
Yeah, well, that's the thing too, because I've been seeing you put out more videos recently too.
Yeah, because like I want to put out more gameplays. That's why being a variety streamer is like I want to post all my gameplays on there. Basically it. But with that, I want to kind of move on off of that because we got a few things that we do got to touch on. I don't know if you guys have anything to add about that. I don't know if I let you really finish Sparkk. Or is there anything else you want to talk about? How you got into content creation or?
Let's see. I definitely know, like, and I always hate bringing this up. I know there's money involved with this whole thing, but you know, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. I'm more for I want to bring a smile to someone's face, you know. Because I know a lot of content creators are just there to do it. They're just like, yep, I'm a pro at this game. I play it so people can watch me. You know, or you know, I just, you know, I put up the stream, people watching, and I just focus on the game or who I'm playing with. Like, I know some people don't read their chats. Yet again, you know, if your chat moving like a million miles per hour, you know, it's kind of hard to read that. But if it's
I don't like watching professional gamers stream because it's like, granted, yeah, they're good at the game, but it's like it's just them in the game. There's no chat interaction. It's just we're all kind of bystanders in their world.
The iconic Nick like Merck's forehead.
They read their one message from their mod, and then that's just like, oh, mod typed in chat. Oh, okay. Their friend popped in chat that has a nice purple check mark. Oh, yeah, let's play a game soon. It's like, it's just all that point is just a reaction to the stream. It's just everyone's just doing PogChamp or, you know, LolKStew.
Yeah.
Or for the driving games right now, it's just LolKStew. Just
right.
But yeah, I definitely want to make sure
Spark's a beacon of positivity.
If I wanted to ever have a community, is just to make sure to bring a smile to their face and get them out of a dark place if needed be.
That's why, like I said, like that's another reason like I like talking to you guys. It like I said, like Stu kind of brought it up and you kind of touched on it too. It's just like you guys when it comes to you guys content creating, like you guys are just very humble ass dudes. It's like, hey man, I'm gonna do what I want, and I know that'll make someone happy, and if I can make one person happy that day, then it'll strive me to do better. So definitely love that mindset.
That's definitely my mindset. I love making people feel better.
Yeah, Stu, you're ugly as shit. Anyway, let's move on. We're gonna talk.
Wait, you want to? No, dude, fucking take a screenshot of this to scare a Nicktana. It's beer. He doesn't know anything about alcohol.
Fuck it. I'm cracking my Truly now. Yes, sir.
Oh, dude's popping a juice box. Let's go.
Okay, buddy.
Wait, who's got the bigger water bottle? You or Sparkk?
Mine is.
I think he does.
128 ounces.
Yeah, he does.
How much is your Sparkk?
I don't know.
Why don't you just do like a fucking like little spa in your rooms and just drink from that? Jesus.
Hold on, I got you. You gotta do some quick math.
Quick maths. Anyway, while he does maths, what's next on the agenda?
Okay, so
56. So
Nice.
in big news, very big news, Epic has removed everything Travis Scott related from Fortnite. Why is this a topic we want to talk about? It is because, if you guys do not know, at Astroworld Fest, there has been a big tragedy, a lot of problems, a lot of carelessness at that concert. I wanted to look up stats of how many people were actually there. I'm pretty sure it was up to 5,000 people, and
I think it was more than that.
it was more.
Yeah,
I
can look it up.
40,000.
Yeah, I can look it up while you talk about it just to verify.
So basically, on November 5th, there was a Travis Scott concert for Astroworld. If you guys don't know who Travis Scott is, obviously you guys should. He had a McDonald's meal. He's a rapper. Basically, he had a concert, and it got really bad. It got really out of hand quick.
50,000 people.
50,000 people were there, and Travis Scott has always been the rapper to where if you watch his documentaries and stuff that he's done before, he's a very like rage type rapper. I would feel like he's done concerts and stuff where he's like, come on everybody, rush to the front, and like kids and everybody else do not care about anybody's self-being, and they'll rush and they'll just like they're hurting other people.
Goddamn Zoomers.
With that being said, 8 people have died at this. 20 other people have been 9 people now. 20 people have been hospitalized, and I'm pretty sure I saw a 9-year-old kid in a coma. Basically, that's obviously why I feel like Fortnite took it out. I mean, obviously, good move on their part. I understand. But basically, man, it's just a sad thing to see. It's because like, bro, it's a concert at 1, and it's like, how did it get to this point? Like, how did it get to the point to where like, bro, a 9-year-old, man, like some dad trying to take his kid to a concert and just him getting stomped out. Like, it makes me sick to my stomach, bro. Like, it's just like, how do you guys feel about the situation? I'll go ahead and touch on it at the end. I'll start with you, Sparkk.
I actually I think a couple days later, I saw on TikTok one of the medical staff talk about like what had happened at Astroworld, and like he put like a three TikTok message, I guess you can say, or 3 video message.
Oh, okay.
And his last one, right at the end, is like, you guys need to stop blaming us for not doing our job. We were doing everything we could in our power to save as many people as possible. Apparently, like on his walk, just because he was called over to some emergency, he passed the
medical. Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah, sorry. On his way just to get to this one call, some guy literally grabbed onto him and like pulled him over and said, hey, there's someone in the middle of this crowd who is passed out on the floor. He got to them. They were not breathing at all. No breathing, no pulse. He was doing his whole ABCs. And so by the time he got to him, he's like, how long has this person been here not breathing? So he went to go get a crash bag to then find another person just in the middle of this, like, the road, if you want to call it.
Like the
Also-
paths between like the crowds.
Yeah. Also just on the ground, collapsed. So luckily it was a one-man CPR on him, because he's like, okay, he's doing that. His buddy that's on the other dude is doing one-man CPR. And then on his way to get back to like the whole medical tent, he found another person lying on the ground.
Dude.
So luckily, like, more and more like officers showed up with backboards and stuff and like their own crash pads, but like he just in that walking of getting to one place to another, he had found 3 individual people who were
In need of medical
on the
something.
ground, yes, in a medical emergency,
Jesus.
and 2 of them were already on one-man CPR. So it's just like,
Yeah, it's like, so it's like I'm in Houston, so of course like Houston news editorials and everything was going fucking crazy because Astroworld took place in Houston. Travis Scott's from Houston. There used to be an old theme park called Astroworld in Houston. That's where the like name reference comes from. But it's like it should have been like, I know this is also not gaming related. We're kind of tangenting, but that's fine. But it's like there should have been. I don't know if it's the organize. I don't know if I should like, because I don't want to place blame, but it's like I don't know if it was the organizer's responsibility. But when the gates opened that morning, people stormed the gates like to get into the place, and it's like that should have told that should have been kind of a red flag from the get go. It's like, hey, it's early in the morning, it's only gonna get worse. So I don't know if they prepared more staff and officers and medical, or if nothing was done of that. It was just like, oh hey, they stormed it, like big whoop. But yeah, no, it was like you could kind of see from the get-go, it's like, yeah, this is not going to be a good concert if people are storming the gates at like 9 a.m.
Yeah, like the problem, like how you said, bro, it's just like, who's to blame? And it's like, you don't want to think about it but that way, but it's like, I've seen concerts where rappers or just anybody will be like, hold on, there's something going on, stop the show, like relax, let's figure this out. But like, who's to say it wasn't from drug intake or anything else? Like, I don't want to say that, but like, there's plenty of things that could have led up to it. Like, that's why it's a whole like lawsuit going on and stuff like that. It's just like, it's also
this is going to be a shit show.
It's just a tough look, especially on Travis's end, because there's been videos of like kids going up and talking to the cameraman saying, yo, people are hurt, like do something, and like they're getting waved off. I seen people go to the stage, Travis Scott waved them off. It's like, if there has been any acknowledgement that he knew that people were dying and getting hurt and he's getting waved off, this could be really really bad.
See, that's a dangerous precedent for it, is because one, like you said, he's kind of like known for being like a rage like kind of person. Previous instances at like other concerts have shown that he's kind of like promoted, you know, like the like, hey, like make security work for their security here for a reason, like make them work. And it's like, so that's the thing, is it's like they're gonna start pulling from previous events, and that's not gonna work in his favor. And you know, I'm sure y'all are both on TikTok. I'm sure you're in YouTube and stuff, and pretty much any social media. I'm sure you've been seeing, you know, other concerts, like huge concerts of other people being like, hey, someone passed out, like, hey, like, can y'all slow down for a second?
Like, it's been everywhere, bro.
So it's like, part of me is like, there's no way he didn't know, because if you can show all these clips of like other people being acknowledging it at concerts like of equal size, there has to be some sort of recognition. And it's like, yeah, with the medical like things going through the crowd, it's like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like,
because I saw, I think it was Avenged Sevenfold. Like he fully stopped the entire concert, and because he saw this dude pick up like a kid and just fucking slam his head on the ground.
Yeah,
and he said he's like pointing at him into the crowd and saying, "You better apologize and make sure he's okay, or we're not playing any more songs." And
I
he's
respect
like,
it.
My favorite
like,
is
the whole crowd is just like getting behind it and be like, kick him out. So it's just like,
my favorite was the lead singer from Green Day. I forget his name, Billy Armstrong or whatever. It was at a concert, and I guess some guy was like groping a girl or whatever because it was like all crowded and stuff like that. And he just jumps off the stage and drop kicks the dude. He's like, you want fuck? He's like, you want fuck with me? Like, you wanna sit there and grope women? Like, let's go. And he just jumps off the stage, and I'm like, okay, that's punk rock.
That's just weird energy, by the way, bro. I've been to like festivals and stuff like that, and I've seen like mosh pits and people just get cleaned off their feet and shit like that. But like, I mean, that's just like, I feel like that's just normal nature. But like, I don't think people really like people do get fucked up from a mosh pit though. But it's like,
I feel like it's usually not purposeful though. Like usually it's like, oh shit, someone took a bad hit by accident. Because it's like I used to go to metal concerts religiously. Like I've been to God knows how many metal concerts in my life. It's like I've seen people get their shit rocked.
Crowd surfing, bro. People just fucking falling over because I've been witness of this, dude. I dropped a crowd surfer at one point in my life. Dude's just like right over top of me, and I'm going crazy. I'm rocking out. Dude just falls right on top of me because I'm not paying attention. Ugh, like, I mean, that's just
happened to me one time. They came up from behind me and just like hit me, and I'm like, what the fuck? And they just fell over me, and I was like,
bruh, like,
oops.
Pay attention. So, like, the other thing I think I heard from more stories was like they were like, you know, the scaffolding on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Like concert, there were people climbing that and trying to get his attention at Astroworld, and he's just like ignoring it. I'm like, it's lit.
There's plenty of people that are sitting there and that are just like, I'm pretty sure I saw a video of everybody like, help, Travis, stop, Travis, stop. Like the iconic video of like somebody literally giving CPR and Travis Scott just doing the fucking robot. Like, it's not funny, but it's like not funny, bro. But like at the same time, it's like, y'all, like what?
It's like the dude's 50 feet away on an elevated surface, and like, bruh,
come on, man, just not a good look, bro. Like, I mean, just with that, like, I mean,
that apology video on Instagram where people are just shredding him.
Don't even want to go into that, bro, because that's just like, it just seemed like very half-assed at the same time. Like, to me,
it was a lawyer gave him a script and was like, get on live and read this.
You have to do this. Like, I bet his agent was just like, you have to do that. It's just like, it made it look worse in that sense, because like
the Astroworld legal team, like the organizers, like their legal team is going to be in shit for a while.
Yeah, just
I would just be surprised if I will be extremely surprised if there's another one of these next year.
Yeah,
excuse me.
The tour has to get canceled. It has to be. I'm pretty sure
the tour did get canceled. Didn't the rest of the tour get canceled?
Thank God. I'd have to check, but like,
sure,
I'm like 90% sure it did.
If people are getting brain dead from this fucking concert,
if it's not, that's even worse.
You know what's also the dumbest part about this? Like, we're gonna tangent off even more. Is the people who were like, it was a demonic ritual. Did you see the stage was an upside down cross and he came out of a portal? And it's like, holy shit, dude. Like, tell me you ate paint chips as a kid without telling me you ate paint chips. Like, bruh.
Dogs. Bro, I've seen so many like people like, I think that's just like comes with like just people like the woke Twitter, the woke social media. Don't leave, Callie. They're here for you.
I hear the claws, the pitter patter.
They're here for you. Where are you going? Just like the woke Twitter and TikTok where everybody's like piecing shit together. I saw someone piece this with like Pearl Jam and shit. Like, I'm just like, I'm like,
y'all got way too much time on your hand to be doing these conspiracy theories.
Congrats to the research and stuff, but I just don't think it's that deep. I just think, in the future, man, because I like Travis Scott. Like, I mean, I listen to his music and he's a pretty good rapper. For me, listening to rap, I don't know how much you guys digest rap into your guys' system, but like every time you throw him on a feature, he's good. Astroworld album was really, really good. Like, so like just seeing this is just very disappointing. Like, hopefully like it could just be like solved and learned for the future. But like it's a tough read. It's a tough watch because it's like, I don't think anybody wanted this to happen. It's just like, it just happens to be a really shitty situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fortnite is giving refunds for that. I don't know if you guys are getting money back, but I paid for the bundle, so I'm kind of curious if I got my money back or they gave you V-Bucks. Be on the lookout for that.
I haven't played Fortnite in so long, and I've never bought any. I bought one battle pass and got like 3 levels into it, and I was like, fuck.
I played it like
Fortnite.
up to the original season 5. I never bought the Travis Scott stuff, so
I think I got the marshmallow stuff and the Travis Scott. I like the icon thing. Like I like the rapper skins and stuff like that. My go-to skin is the punk rock girl, the pink-haired girl with like the. You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
No, or
Mhm.
Yeah,
Fortnite.
I know what you mean. Yeah, Fortnite.
Fortnite. #1 victory royale. Yeah.
All right. Well, it's been fun being on this cast. Guys.
yeah. Time to go.
Let's talk about a game you guys like to be on, though. So if you guys don't know, by the time of this is out, Battlefield 2042 has been out. Stu and Sparkk are avid Battlefield fans. Like, they got to be like one of the biggest fans, or like I wouldn't say biggest fans, like, but like they play it a lot. Stu and Sparkk always had good things to play about the game. I'm definitely gonna get the game when it comes out next week. It already is early access. So have you guys got time to play the game at all, or? I heard it was really buggy. That's what I'm getting to here. Like, is it?
I played some of
Buggy?
it. I played some actually like not too long before I came like where we started doing this podcast or whatever, but it's like minus a hovercraft driving straight up a wall. No, it was fine.
Hovercraft driving off a wall?
Yeah, it was like I don't know if that's a common glitch, but there's like, like a little hovercraft vehicle thing. And yeah, it was just scaling a 90-degree wall. And I was like, that's interesting. But other than that, no, the game was running smooth as fuck. Like, it felt fine. That was the one thing where I'm like, that's weird. But I only played 2 games, so take that with a grain of salt.
Tell people, Sparkk,
It's fun.
Sparkk, tell people who haven't touched Battlefield before or haven't played a Battlefield, tell them what to expect from this game, or someone who's planning to spend the $60 on the game, what they should look into coming in, or just be on the lookout for someone wanting to make this purchase.
I'm not going to have the best opinion because the only thing I've done is sat on the menu. So
hey, I'll make sure I'll contact EA, bro. Me and EA are close, so I mean I'll make sure I let them know to fix the game.
You and EA are close. How's our Titanfall treating you?
Not the Titanfall slander on the pod. I hate it. I can't run away from it.
I was
saying,
I was meaning because you got blacklisted. Like,
while I'm wiping my tears, Sparkk, go ahead and continue, okay?
I would say for someone who's either never played Battlefield at all to a seasoned Battlefield vet, I will say it's definitely a nice refresher. Being able to change your not even loadout, like just the actual attachments on your gun for
That's
like
so
specific
cool.
situations. Like, oh, we're pinned back and I gotta shoot farther. Oh, I need to put a foregrip, a 2 times on, maybe a stock or something, so I can help with the recoil. And it's like, oh, now we're going to CQB. Okay, drop the stock, put on a red dot,
yeah,
put on
that's so cool.
put on
It's
a
like my
fast
favorite
mag and
feature.
just be able to go. So yeah,
Mhm.
I would say that number one is just a huge thing that I think Battlefield needed, is be able to just hot swap your attachments.
Big team.
I think the wingsuit's pretty cool. Not just be stuck into a parachute right away. Either going, Mach 7 straight to the ground or 2 miles per hour while you're parachuting.
I like the different parachute modes, like where you can go slow and use your weapon, or go fast and like
Yeah,
can't use
that's
your
another
weapon. I was
thing.
like, that's cool.
Being able to fight back where you're just in the air as a moving target. It's like, oh, slow shoot or fast go.
Yeah.
It's nice. I didn't really get a lot into the vehicles during the beta,
They're so
This is
janky. I
most
love
my-
it.
which is most of what I played.
They handle like shit. Like, at least like the Jeeps or like the vehicles that are just meant to get you from point A to B, they still handle like shit. The map is like
Okay.
still like made of rubber. I'm so happy. You're
The-
bouncing and sliding all over the place.
the vehicles have 0 handling. Like, you just touch and you're just spinning. You're flying over the next hill and you're gone. There's like no control whatsoever. So
I love
it's
it.
just like you get there fast, but how fast are you gonna get there? Actually,
I've
I
seen.
will say, I think the tank is like the only thing that I've been able to successfully drive to point A to point B.
I've seen an iconic
Yeah.
video of Nick A30, literally like in the squirrel flying suit and just like flying everywhere on the map and just drops down behind like 25 enemies and just like throws on a suppressor. I was like, dude, that is
All right, Takashi.
sick. That's so sick. Hung. Oh my god, but
Are you drinking a lime?
oh no, it's citrus, but there's a lime
Oh.
on it, so I'm guessing
I
this
saw
has lime
green
in
and I
it.
was like, this motherfucker really pulled out a lime on the cast and didn't say anything.
I might have to pull out a picture of my fridge because I don't really like these ones, but there's like 12 just sitting there in my fridge because these are the last ones. And then once I get down to these, I buy another pack. I have
So then they continue to sit there.
yeah, I have a tall that now they're selling the tall boy fruit punches like that the one that's in the back there. That's actually a candle if y'all didn't know. Let me pull this out for the video people. That's actually a candle. That shit's sick. But they have a tall boy of that now, so I've been like buying those instead. But yeah, man, I saw a little bit of Battlefield and I'm probably going to cop it. I mean,
You have
it's a
Game
li-
Pass, right?
yeah.
You have 10 hours of early access right now.
Oh, I do. I might have to go
Yep.
ahead and give it a shot. I just never like. So when it comes to that game in general, which I'm surprised nobody really talked about, but how chaotic is it like in game actually playing? So it's like 100v100, and like there's tornadoes and buildings falling, and even on the trailer there's a fucking mongoose getting ran into an airplane and that thing flying down and crashing down. I'm like, yo, like what is like. How am I can't even handle 12v12 in Vanguard. Like
Dude
how
said
am I
Mongoose dropping Halo references.
what is it? No, y'all.
ATV, four-wheeler, whatever you want to call it.
Mongoose, yeah.
Like
just,
mongoose, like what?
How's this man going to drop a Halo reference and then never plays with us? Imagine.
it looks straight up like a mongoose though, just like the ATV, like hop on.
That's what an ATV is.
It was, I saw I was playing, when I was playing, the tornado came down on the map. And I wasn't in it, but I saw one of my teammates, like one of my squad mates. I just see like his icon in the air, just like flying around the map. I'm like, oh, poor guy.
It's you can live. I will say that because I actually did it. If
It
you
was
you can
really
live
funny
through it,
looking.
I would say it's probably definitely better with the wingsuit like they did in the trailer. Because you can actually climb up that height that you need to get to. So
Okay, he must have been in a wingsuit, yeah, because he was like going up it in a circle, like around it. And I was just like, man's done for.
it will kill you though, because you do get hit by the debris in the tornado. But yeah, you can. It's actually could be a tactical like movement mechanic if you have a wingsuit, because you could
Imagine.
fly to the other side of the map if you needed to.
They're taking E, just get sucked up in a tornado.
Tactical tornado, go!
Just launch yourself across the map.
The good old TT.
So if you guys would have to rate it 1 out of 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, I'll start with Stu. What are your thoughts? Early access? Do you think it get better or?
From the few games I've played, I'm just gonna knock it. Just be safe and knock it at a 7 because it's like I'm having fun with it, but like I said, I played 2 games. Like you can play any. I could hop on Call of Duty, which I don't even like play anymore, and I could play 2 games and be like, oh, this isn't bad. But it's like, you know, after I get maybe the 10-hour trial or like, you know, a handful of time in it, then I'll be able to say it. But I think it's gonna be fun. Like I said, the couple games I played, it was fun. I enjoyed the Battlefield games. It's got a lot going for it in terms of like to make it a good game. So I think overall it's gonna do good. I think it'll just go higher up in my rating. But then again, I also know it's bucking out for some people. So yeah, Sparkk. So it's like I'm gonna hold off on giving it a good rating because yeah, but I'm having fun. Like I said, it comes with my Game Pass. I get 10 hours free. So I'm like, you know what? Let me play my 10 hours for free. I'm not gonna knock it.
That's good to know actually, because I'm probably gonna download that after the pod and go ahead and get into it. Like so Tana, like I don't know. I was just worried about it because I heard a lot of people say that it's just really buggy, and which I don't know if they fixed it or not. Like they probably could have at that time, but with any new game, it could come out buggy. What about you though, Sparkk? How you feeling about it so far? 1 out of 10.
Unrated out of 10 is actually my rating because I can't get past the menu. I open the game, it says Battlefield, and then it just forever loads. It doesn't actually load me into the game. It just says error loading character details, and then that's it.
Did you try uninstalling, reinstalling?
You tried turning it off and turning it back on again?
Yeah.
I think it's more of just my internet now.
Yeah, by the
Okay.
time Sparkk uninstalls and reinstalls, the game will be out. So it's like, eh.
I get you. That's tough, bro.
I mean, I want to see if setting up my hotspot by my window, and like forcing it to load the details, switching to the other internet will fix it. But I haven't tried that yet. So besides the beta, I thought the beta was good. Like TTK, at least with the weapons that were available, everything seemed fine. I will say sniping is
Hard.
ridiculously hard.
I have yet
like,
to I have yet to even get a hit marker on someone.
I've gotten a kill, but we were on the same.
Oh yeah, I got a kill. I
same
got a point
level.
blank no scope. Yeah, I got a point blank no scope.
I actually could have. It was probably like 100 meters, but it's not
Time
like
to kill seems a little nutty, not gonna lie. I feel like people are bullet sponges on that game compared to like BF4, because I feel like hit marker the shit out of someone and it's like you should be dead, and then nope. But I don't know. Maybe I don't have the right setup. Like maybe I'm not using the right bullet or the right. I don't know.
I do want to see like the people who spent like thousands of hours sniping. I want to see what you have to do to be good, because usually the other games, like you can see the bullet drop, you see the marker on your scope, and you're like, oh, I just have to adjust to there, shoot, and then it's gonna either hit a headshot or a body shot. No, you're like guessing, like, okay, this landed here. Okay, so I put this here, it should land right there, and then it's like over here. I'm like, what?
No, like no type of formula whatsoever, bro. Like that would be tough. Like it's not like it's not like Vanguard where it's just literally just like same like
the combat shotgun.
Shut up, Stu.
I didn't even say anything.
The video people saw it.
That's great.
I'm prestige
crazy
1
that
already though.
That's crazy that you're like prestige on that game, and then like you haven't touched like any of the other CODs, and it's like, dog, what happened? Do you even play Cold War, M-Dub? I never saw you on those.
I played Modern Warfare. I mean, I had my little moments in Cold War, but that was LMG Central thermals.
Cold War sucked ass. I will go down and say Cold War was the worst.
I played zombies.
No.
Like I've never really been like, I don't know, like I just tell people like playing the new Vanguard with the older school guns and the older maps, it just feels like I'm 15 again or 14. So not even, I would say I was 12 when that game came out, but like it feels good, and just like remembering all the old guns and shit like that, seeing Dome updated, like it's a cool little thing for now. Like I don't know how I feel in the future. It definitely made me want to even try out Warzone again, just to like try out the older weapons in that when it comes out, if they get a new map and everything. But I mean, like, it's just like something I could like, what really makes me enjoy it is being able to like people, like it's like playing a game with people. Like, I mean, like I haven't really had a game like
usually what multiplayer games are.
It's like one of those games where it's just like people will just join up and you guys just sit there and bullshit for like hours and just talk, and like I could still like bullshit and do good in that game. And it's just like I've never, like Madden, it was like by myself. I never really had anybody to talk to in like a party, or like just being able to play a game with people and just grind out and just have fun. It's just like, it was a good vibe just being able to play and just bullshit. And so I think that's why I'm really enjoying it, just because I'm playing with like people that want to grind it out too. Playing a game with friends just hit differently. Like I couldn't, like Dead by Daylight's a good example of that. Like I was on the DBD kick for a while, but if I play by myself, I'm instantly turned off, because like playing with randoms and not talking and just like instant vibe killer.
Fair enough. If I don't play Hunt Showdown, if I don't have my partner on the play or like people to play with, because I'm like, dog, I ain't playing that game solo with random. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, like I had a little rant on my last stream, and I was like, I'm playing Vanguard, and like I was playing for like an hour and a half, and I was like, man, I just want people to play a game with, man. I was like, it's Vanguard. It's like y'all could literally like. I was like, I know y'all like are in here. I was like, y'all literally could play with me. Like, I even put playing with viewers. Like, that's a game I could play with a random. Like, I don't have to really communicate with a random if I don't want to. But like, it's just cool to be playing with like people and just getting to know them and shit like that. So like, it was just kind of like, I just like gaming with friends is better than gaming by yourself.
Yeah,
That's the one thing for me now is with my internet getting worse. It's just like
rip.
or has gone worse since they, because I was at a 3, which got me by in 95% of the games that I own. Now that I'm down to a 1, I'm like, do I really want to spend money on a game that I'm not going to play? Like, I've been so excited for Battlefield, and now I'm just stuck in the menu right now. So it's like, should I spend the money for COD and see if I can even play? Because I couldn't even play in the beta. I was like a 200 ping. I'm like, what am I supposed to do now? Like, I have to either stick to what the games I have, offline games that don't require internet, or do the coin tosses. Is this going to work or is this not going to work? So it's just like, if it's a dedicated server type game where, I can force myself into a specific spot versus like a host, it's going to be a night and day difference. But if there's COD's a coin toss. It's either could be connection based or it could be a server, but it's like, how am I supposed to know that beforehand?
Yeah.
Like, it's the one thing with Destiny. I already had trouble playing PvP on my faster internet, where sometimes I would go perfectly flawless or I would get wrecked because I couldn't even shoot the guy from, I was just lagging so much. And then at least I can play with my friends on PvE, at least, because that's another thing that's coming out is the new dungeon this December. So I'm excited for that, but it's just like, man, my game library went from like this to this now. It's like,
because you can only play so many games, right?
Yeah, I would say like almost all of my Steam library I could play just fine, but now I'm just like,
can't play this, shit.
Yep, this is gone, this might work, and it's like I don't even want to test like some games that I have on just other platforms. Like,
yeah,
I'd say like probably half my COD games are dead. I know I wanted to play Borderlands with some friends, but I was even running into problems on my better internet. So it's like,
rip.
now I'm just stuck playing that alone. So it's like, what am I supposed to do?
Right. Yeah, it's definitely tough from your point too, because just not having the internet or like the latency to even play good in some of these games, because like latency could definitely fuck you over in like a game like Apex or Destiny. In your instance, it's just like it's hard to compete. Like you definitely need that like low ping and be able to have a good connection and shit like that, because you will fall behind.
I haven't even tried Apex yet.
Yeah, don't.
And my guess it's probably not gonna work.
Yeah, don't even bother. It's Apex. It's not even worth it.
Well, it's just like
Apex slander boy is here.
Well, my one friend, he's about to come back from college. Like we already had a limited amount of games that we both could play, like successfully, if you want to even call it that. Like where he's not gonna like quit the game in 3 seconds, or it's not gonna hold his interest, or on my case, is my internet gonna be able to play this? Because I know he really like enjoyed Valorant, but for me,
people enjoy that game.
Valorant
every 3 to 4 rounds, I would ping spike to like 800 ping for the whole round, and I just couldn't play. So it's like, well, there goes that round. It's just like, fuck, now internet's worse. What are we gonna play now? Like, the only games we played was Apex and like CS:GO for like a little bit, just because it just runs better than Valorant somehow. But and then we would play Civ, but that's Civ though. You don't really need
Yeah.
a fucking gigabit internet to play that game.
That bitch can run our calculator.
Yeah.
The last thing I really want to talk to you guys about is basically the new League of Legends show. I guess, yeah, it's the League of Legends show. Arcane, which the only reason I really want to talk about this is because this is the first, I don't know if it's the first, but in my instance, it's like the first time of me really watching a video game really put out a show, especially on Netflix too. And the hype of this show is Witcher. I get, yeah, true, but like that's more like, I don't know how to, like, yeah, but like when I say like that, I mean, I guess I mean like that's more of like a live action, I guess, too. Like it's not like an animated series. I don't know, maybe like you are right, Witcher. But when it comes to League of Legends, like we'll talk about that, and then I have a big question for you guys after that. But I watched personally one and a half episode. The second episode, my dog wouldn't shut up, like, because she just kept on barking and stuff. So how far did you guys get so far?
I got first episode in, and then the kiddo wanted to watch her bullshit, so I was like, all right, whatever.
I think I just started the 6th episode. I'm gonna check in on that. Yeah, I'm on the 6th episode right now. If
you guys don't know what Arcane is, like I said, it's the show. It's the League of Legends show, and it's actually done fairly well. I played a little bit of League back in the time. Nothing really crazy. I don't really know the whole lore or anything like that. I know Sparkk plays a little bit of that, so he knows about a lot about the lore and the characters and stuff. But basically, first episode in, which I don't think it might be easy to say without spoilers. Like, there's not really anything to spoil on the first episode. Basically, it just starts off with these two characters, these two girls, and one being, I think her name was V or VI, and then Powder. And right off the bat, it's just very, I wouldn't say depressing, but very, like, dark. A lot of guns, a lot of fighting, deaths, and stuff like that.
Dystopian.
Yeah, like really just like, and then it just ends up them crying, and then it cuts into the next scene, and basically you see a group of these four characters, being V, Powder, and I forgot the other two's names.
Dagger,
and I forget the other one.
Trying to think. I'm trying to look it up. It's Clagger and Milo. But basically, it's just I really liked it from the first episode. Basically, I feel like these group of kids are it's very what would I say? What would I put this? Like the towns are basically like they're in the
underworld.
Yeah, like I don't know how to say it. Like there's like the rich town, the middle town, and then like
they're in like the slums.
The slums. Yeah, like they're very like they hustle to get there. They hustle by stealing, doing bad shit.
They're at the bottom
of
like the social circle, social standing. Like.
So basically, I don't know based off me not knowing League knowledge. The only person I know based off League is Powder's basically Jinx. And the only reason I got that reference is because she was like, Milo was like, she jinx everything. Yeah, and it was like, it was like,
and
I know like that character.
Like the blue hair or whatever too, and it's like, yep.
Yeah, and that's the thing about this is like what I'm saying is like you really don't have to know League like that to watch and enjoy it, because I enjoyed the first episode and a half. But a lot of these characters, they're very like they go up to the rich town, they're stealing, they're finding a way to get their money. They're very They're very motivated to get this money and get back. So they're kind of like rebels in a way. But yeah, I really enjoy the show. I want to get Sparkk's point of view with him actually playing League and watching the show. You could talk about how far you got and stuff. Just don't really spoil anything. But tell me, with you playing League and watching the show, how you've been enjoying it and what's your experience with it.
So for the first 3 episodes, they count them as like an act almost.
Yeah,
like it's just like an act to play. So I want to say, if I'm correct, these portray the characters from League a lot younger. So like in their early stages of development.
League.
I'm guessing this is more backstory on their lore as well. Is what the show is about. And going off of just like what has been shown, in like the first couple episodes, it's very hard for some to be picked up. Some of them are very easy because they also just say the characters' names as well. Like there's the Jinx, the first you see literally in the beginning scene. There is, and this is for the people. I will say spoiler warning now. Just a heads up. Later in one of the shops, Echo shows up as a child. So this is why I'm saying this is probably way early in development of characters. The only one I haven't picked up on that I actually had to look up is actually Singe. Is a character known for his poison gas and a mad chemist in the game. Quite annoying because he picks you up and flings you behind you, and one of his abilities, I don't know which one it is, but he lays a trail of smoke, so if you're trying to chase him, he pretty much just literally kills you as you're chasing him by doing nothing but pressing one ability. And then more towards second episode, you find Caitlyn and Jace because they're more in the higher ups of the world of Pole Belter, which is the town, if I'm correct, or Piltover. Sorry, my bad. They're the upper class, the posh, the everything. They have the clean clothes, the money, the knowledge, the power, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this only off of the first 3 episodes. I'm going off of not the latest 3. They are. Jace is a scientist in the studies of what is known as the Hedgetech, which is some of the items you can't get in the game. And what he's trying to do is find a way for normal people to use the power of the arcane or magic.
You said the thing.
Yeah, I said the thing. So,
off topic, how many roster characters are in the League of Legends roster? Give or take.
My knowledge, I'm gonna ballpark at least like 50.
Okay, so there's no way they're going to touch everyone in this show.
Oh no, I don't think so.
Okay, I'd say if the League had like 20 characters, it's like okay, we're going to see a little bit of everyone, but it's like okay, like obviously some people are going to be left out unless like maybe future seasons.
Okay, so 50, and I'll triple that, and then I'll have been correct. There's 157 champions in League.
Christ,
That is that many characters.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
it feels like a balancing nightmare.
Yes. I'm looking at this link right here. As of September 23rd, 2021, there's 157 champs and counting. So
Christ.
I definitely think the show is very like watchable for someone who very watchable for someone who doesn't play League, though. I think that's why I'm enjoying it so much. Like I already have like sympathetic, like I really like Jinx's character, just because she's a little bit more passive and everybody doesn't like her. But like you definitely feel for these characters not even knowing who they are and just learning about them. So I think that's why I like it so much. Stu, what about you? How do you feel like watching it? I know you're not really a big MOBA League fan, but like just off
I mean,
first
I'll probably
impressions.
finish watching it in due time. Like, it's not going to be one where I'm like, I need it, but it's like, it's interesting. The only, I'm sure this also is like Riot being Riot, but it's like the animation style is very interesting and unique.
Yes.
I kind of wish it was a little bit more. Like at first when I thought it was going to be like kind of like, you know, animated art style. It's almost like this, I don't know what to call it. Maybe like this weird kind of cell shaded, like, I don't know really how to describe it, but it's like it's you know, kind of look at the look at like, I mean, to go off something I know, it's like look at how Valorant does their cinematics. It's that kind of art style where it's like not super smooth but not super clunky. It's interesting. So it's like that kind of took me out at first, but like I, you know, learned to look past it real quick. But it's like I'll probably end up watching it. Like I said, it's a show about games. Like as much as I don't like League, I'm like, hey, this is getting, you know, praise and like, you know, we're getting more mainstream with games. So it's like, I'll give it a try. I'm not going to go out of my way, but it's like, I will have the show watched in its entirety at some point, but it's interesting. Like it's my thing is it's like, granted, I'm not a League player. So it's like, maybe this is like ignorance on my part, but it's like League, you know, it's a MOBA, it's like multiplayer online battle arena. There's not really a campaign. Like part of me is like, why do we need to shoehorn in stories for things that don't need it? Big thing was like, you know, Titanfall 1 where they're like, hey, the campaign's multiplayer, and it's like, who gives a shit? Like, I don't need a campaign. That's why I kind of like how Battlefield's like, no campaign, it's just multiplayer, go for it. Like they're not trying to shove like lore down your throat. But then again, at the same time, like I said,
Titanfall had a really good a really good campaign, I heard.
Titanfall 2 did.
Titanfall 2.
Titanfall 1's campaign was just little video logs at the top of your screen in the middle of multiplayer matches. And I'm like, who cares?
I feel like
Titanfall 2's campaign bangs.
I feel like Halo needs a campaign. COD doesn't need a campaign. Like there's certain games where like I feel like you can have a campaign, but it's like trying to think of other games, for example, like I don't know, like it's just no point.
Battlefield doesn't really need a campaign in my opinion.
Like I mean,
yeah, we've fallen off the road for a campaign in COD since, let's see,
I think Overwatch is coming out with a campaign. Like
that's what Overwatch 2 is. Yeah, I think Overwatch 2 is just a campaign.
But another question that kind of led me to this is like, based off your guys' opinions, we'll go around. But I want to ask everybody's their opinion. Like, what game next should have like a show like that? Like, Halo. I mean, like,
I've seen Halo stuff though.
Yeah, they're making one. Yeah,
I feel like.
No, I'm like Halo movies. Sorry, Nick, didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
I've seen on Netflix like Halo stuff on Netflix.
Oh, so on Netflix, I'll plug it just because it's really cool. But on Netflix, y'all should go watch this show called Halo Legends. It's essentially if y'all know what Star Wars Visions is, how it's like short episodes, each one done by a different anime studio and different art style. Imagine that, but Halo. That's what Halo Legends is. It's fucking awesome. Like some are funny, some are serious. Like I watch Halo Legends like every handful of months, and I love it every time. Even though it's like free, you can watch them on YouTube too, and it's on Netflix. It's like I have the Blu-ray like for it because it's like I'm like, dude, I'm so into this. It's awesome. But gonna go what you're saying, a game that I would like to see made into a show, in all honesty, or a movie or something. I want to see Gears of War.
Oh, that's a good one. I did not think about that.
Like it doesn't even have to follow like the original stuff. It's like go back to like the Pendulum Wars. Like do that. That would be awesome.
That would be sick. Actually, that's actually a really good one. What about you, Sparkk? I'll go ahead real quick, and I'll let you think about it. The first thing that came to mind to me was Overwatch. Like I feel like Overwatch has like a really good lore as it is, and like. They always seem like to add new characters and stuff like that, and they have their own little like personalities and stuff, and they already do a really good job with like events and then like releasing like player stories and stuff like that. And I also thought of like Apex, because like I said, they all have their own little personalities and lore as it is. Like I feel like Overwatch would be the better option, but that's just
that thing is like Overwatch kind of like, granted they're not on like TV shows or movies, but it's like they already are kind of doing like their own media, like how each character, it's like here's the Bastion video, here's this character, so it's like they're already kind of doing that. Granted, like I said, it's not big screen or silver screen, but it's still like super high quality. So that, I mean, like, yeah, it'd be cool to see, but that's why I didn't even pay that one, because I'm like, they're already kind of doing their own thing, like, and they have been for years.
Right. Like, I'd like to be able to see them like link together in a way too, and just have,
yeah, okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like, kind of all like run into each other or play a role.
Instead of doing like individual stories, like have like a big overarching thing where like they're all maybe like kind of like a prequel, like when the Overwatch program was still like a thing, like back like in the day. That'd be
like
cool.
you see a bunch of characters together, or maybe they run into each other and basically know like how the characters became and had their personality traits. So
yeah, that'd be interesting. Yeah.
All right, Sparkk, your time to shine, baby.
I wanna. I think I know what's in the works. Which I'm not like one to be like, oh yeah, this game needs a movie, because
Sonic.
most of the time
Sonic
like,
needs multiple
they are
movies.
like,
Okay.
yeah, like what happened with Sonic. Like what happened with Sonic, like we, as the internet, we bullied a studio to fix the movie and made him delay it by 5 months.
See, bullying
because
is
they were
good,
like,
guys.
Shut up. They shut up. I mean, they did. Sonic looked like shit. Like, I mean.
But here's the thing I want to talk about, because I don't think anyone else knows about this, but like a few people, because I just saw it on Netflix, and this is going back to, okay, yeah, Arcane. League's other, like, I know some people might know about this, but League's like other competitor for a MOBA is Dota 2.
Oh yeah.
Today when I went onto Netflix, I saw like, you know, on the highlight thing on the top, there's a Dota series.
Yep.
It's Dota Blood's Dragon. And I was like, wait a minute. Did like they make a response to this? No, this has actually been out since March 25th.
Yeah, no, it's been a thing
of this year. And I was like, there was no talk about this, or at least it was swept under the rug, and like not a lot of people on my timeline talk about it. Yeah. I mean, you know, people are gonna say Dota's better than League's better than Dota, yada yada yada, but it's just like, where was this?
Both of them. Only gonna give Dota props for is pulling like some of the craziest fucking craziest cash prize payouts for their tournaments.
Oh yeah,
that's absurd.
They definitely got that locked on in the bag.
Yeah, like I said, I don't care about Dota at all, but whenever the international comes around, I just love seeing the headlines where it's like international prize pool tops like this, and it's like, Jesus.
I know it's all mostly crowdfunded.
Yeah,
so
it's like because it's like with the skins, right? Like
the money.
Yeah, it's like majority crowdfunded. It's like, dude, y'all are crazy. But yeah, I say Gears. Sparkk says Dota.
No, I didn't say Dota. I was talking about it.
Oh,
like they had the thing. I would say,
Sparkk said Dota is better than
the notes of the work.
Oh, what's in the works?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I would say another, even though like there's already been like a movie made, it's like I hope to see more, like whether they're related or not, but it's like, dog, like Pokemon Detective Pikachu, bang, like do some more Pokemon stuff. That was sick. Like show us some real like live action like CG Pokemon stuff. That was awesome.
Fair.
But I don't know if it's actually a thing or if it's just like talk, but Borderlands was supposedly getting
that'd be a good one too
as well. That could be a good one, yeah, for sure. Especially with like how that game's so like character driven. Everyone knows about the character. It's like, dude, you could have a field day.
And then we all know about it, but then the Mario movie as well, because we haven't seen plenty of Chris Pratt means for he's the voice of someone,
and Seth Rogen is DK.
Yep.
And then you also got, even though it's already being made, then you got the Uncharted movie being made.
Oh yeah, that looks nice. Oh, the Resident Evil movie. That was
my God,
or whatever.
No, that one actually doesn't look bad considering all the past Resident Evil stuff we've seen.
I'll be going to see
like,
that.
So much controversy. It's like I think, is it a Netflix series or movie stuff like that.
I think so.
It's like everyone's like, yep, typical Netflix. Got to shove, something that's not along with the already pre-made content. Like they have, I think it's Leon. They have Leon playing as, and I'm not like trying to be, SJW or anything like that, but it's just like they have him playing as someone of color. It's just like there is multiple games of Leon who is a white male cop walking into this or whatever. I haven't really played the games. I know some of the characters. Just like you're forcing a character of color to play this character who already has a background, and it's just like, and Netflix does it a lot with a lot of their shows. They force something to happen that has already been, whether it be like someone's sexuality or like a color change of a character.
They like to change sexuality. They like to change sexuality a lot. I've seen that. Not like preferences and shit like that. Which I mean,
like speaking of Resident Evil on the big screen, it's like, dude, just put Resident Evil 8 on the big screen. Get that lady mommy milkers out there on the screen.
Oh God,
Lady Domescu.
Oh God, brother. Anyway,
I would start getting rude and saying shit, but it's like, this is Tana's
podcast. Man, well, I mean, that's pretty much all I got to wrap up everything. Anything you guys want to touch up on before we go ahead and sign off? We're about an hour and a half deep.
Hell yeah,
dude.
I don't have anything. Download Battlefield, play it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys the floor. Sparkk, you can go ahead and say what you were saying, and then go ahead and any closing things you got to say, where to find you, and I'll do the same for us, Stu, afterwards. So go ahead and say what you got to say, brother.
I'm gonna say I'm excited to see like who they bring into Arcane, because right now we only have 8 like confirmed of the actual champs. So it's just like I want to see like who are they going to bring in now, like, and it's not like, because it's like they've mentioned like places of backgrounds where these people are from, like Noxus is one of the places where Darius is from, and that's one of my main champs I play.
Nice.
And top lane. So I'm like, oh, I wonder if they're gonna like throw him in, or they just, or it's just like something they just mention the characters of like their origin, like some of their backstory, and it's not like, or it might be like a flashback to something where they've done a few times in the show already. Just give more details on the characters and whatnot, how they were growing up. And I definitely want to see the rest of this last episode I'm watching, because it's getting pretty juicy on some of the deets. So all I'll say.
Yeah, I definitely can't wait to catch up and see what they got in store. So, yeah. Stu, anything you got to say before we go ahead and sign off here?
No, not really. Come play Halo with us, or play something with us. So you're always like, yeah, I'll come play, and then you never do. That goes for both of y'all, actually. Fuck both of you.
God. Anyways, these guys are getting Stu's off his half a beer, so he's gonna start getting trolly on us. Here we go.
Oh, that's there's a couple,
buddy.
Yeah, check this out. Like, hold on. Can you hear this? Hold on. The little bit left in there. Watch this. Watch this real quick. More alcohol than that tall boy of juice that Nick drank.
Anyways, guys, we're signing off at this point. Guys, thank you again for all kicking in, man. Stu, Sparkk, I appreciate y'all fucking being on the pod. Like I said, I love you guys, man. We're gonna have to go ahead and run it back on some games or just talk more in general. But guys, that was the episode 10 of the Tana's Eye View podcast again, man. If you guys want to listen to this or watch the video version or the audio, whichever one you guys are watching, we're on Apple Music and Spotify. So make sure you guys are rating this 5 stars on Apple Podcast. Make sure you guys go ahead and show Sparkk and Stu a little bit of love on their social medias. Their links are going to be in the bio and in the description. Like I said, thank you guys again for all the love. Rate this shit 5 stars, blow it up on Spotify. Make sure you guys are supporting me on all my socials too, at YouLoveNicktana on Twitter, TikTok, all that stuff. And also, I'm a streamer on Twitch. We go ahead and we're a variety streamer. We play a lot of games like Psychonauts, Resident Evil. We're on Vanguard lately, and we're gonna be playing more games. Pokemon's coming up, so but definitely, guys, thank you guys again for listening, and hopefully everybody have a great night. Make sure you guys tell someone you love them, and that's gonna be out for us. So we're out later.
Bye.
Dab on them.